Alright, so like I said, first thing, load some random samples, make a little drum section, or I don't know. I mean, sometimes I start with the drums, sometimes not. I think sometimes it's really cool to make something instrumental and wait with the drums. But you know, it's basically whatever you feel like, I guess. Just want to make the volume of my monitor a bit louder. And I hope there's no background hiss. So I think I'm gonna assign, like on this pad I'm gonna load some longer loop, and we're gonna keep it simple for today. I think this is like typical for boom bap, where you just chop up some musical phrase or melody. So this is from Future Samples for the Beatober challenge. I don't know, let's just pick that. Today's gonna be a bit random, I guess. So again, I'm gonna set number of beats to 16 because I think it says 2-bar loop. Alright. Go over to the tracker thing. Stop it so that my cursor is on the first note. This is really annoying sometimes to put in the exact value, but now there we are. So now I think later I'm gonna like play some chops, you know, like I'm not gonna play the loop just as it is, but yeah, now I'm just gonna put in like the drum stuff. Yeah, in my template I have like kick, snare, hat, clap, but I noticed that I often replace the clap with just a second hi-hat or a second drum sound. I mean, you might think it's a bit boring to always have like a single snare and a single kit. You might, like it could be cool to have different variations of kicks and snares, but yeah, I'm not doing it now. Okay, let's do the classical. And yeah, I can put in the hi-hats like this. Maybe at every spot where there's no kick or snare. And then if I want to just copy this, like duplicate it multiple times, I would need to go to the last row of what I want to copy and press X, then up, then Y, and then duplicate, and Y, duplicate, Y, duplicate. I shouldn't have left the continue mode though. Yeah, so that's something you can do. Or clear phrase. I can also, so currently the quantization, there's always quantization. Well, you see this quantization here, it's set to 1 by default. I can set it off, turn it to 0, and then I can actually play wonky stuff, and it's not quantized as I play it, but after it's recorded, it of course obviously is quantized. Anyway, sometimes I like to rather set it to 2 or 4. So for example, if I set it to 4 and just press, it's gonna be, it waits to play it. So this is kind of what I get, and yeah, I could set it to 2 and kind of and now we have this. I'm gonna delete this one. Sometimes it's kind of cool to alter the pitches and see what you get. Oh yeah, something I realized is, again, there's 4 buses. Each bus has a reverb send and a delay send value. And by default the reverb send is set to 10, although you don't see it, so I'm not sure you hear the difference, but drums, sound, sometimes you don't want reverb on it, so I'm disabling it. If I put a lot of reverb, we get this. I could put this is with delay. I always set the delay to either 12 or 24. It's tempo synced. But if you make it really short, of course, you get like an effect that sometimes if I resample stuff, I like to play with short values. Anyway, I turn it all off. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's all right. And then, sometimes I like to mute or solo the other samples to hear them in isolation. Okay, let's see how this plays. By the way, if you want to have it shorter, you can set the length. 0 means it's going to play the full sample, and then the values are like the amount of steps. So that's 4 steps. So I could, see if I like any different pitches or whatever, or set the attack higher to get the fade in. Yeah, I mean, this is probably not the best thing, but let's see. I set this to bus 1 and maybe say, okay, bus 1 is going to be my delay bus. By the way, yeah, did I say that select and down brings you to the effects screen? Sorry. And then it's a bit peculiar. This rotary dial works in a way that you click somewhere, but then you have to rotate around the center of the screen where the line starts from. And it's sometimes confusing, but it allows you to do fairly fine adjustments. So that's why I did it this way. Okay, but the tonality really doesn't. I can also try playing it on the piano. Okay, let's just record something like that. Okay, but I don't want that to... That's a bit obnoxious, so I don't... I think this is a good time to extend the pattern. So now it's twice as long. And I think I'm gonna just delete the first half of this. So we get like every other bar, we get this phrase. And I guess now we could do something like a double snare. I mean, I'm sorry, this is not the best. Maybe the hi-hat should be a little quieter. And I can do the roll thing. Yeah, and I noticed sometimes if you want to pause something, it's cool to just, maybe let's say the snare, let's disable the play thing so I can press the pad without auditioning it, and then I go like, yeah. So that's something you can do as sort of a performance. Okay, and then I think now I'm gonna delete the... Well, I'm not gonna... Oh yeah, here's something important. So now I want to record different... I want to record slices, and it's a good idea to insert a value 0 so that the first that this node always plays the first slice, because the way the slice parameter is set up is that when no slice value is specified in the column, it will play whatever slice value you have selected in the instrument. So it will use the instrument setting if you don't override it. And the way you override is, it's either you manually insert it. I think the sorry. Ah, damn it. The connection was lost. Okay, so this tutorial is probably terrible. I think I will be doing tutorials over and over until they are good enough. So, okay, I think we're back. We're seeing the screen, and what is it that I wanted to say? Just that I wanted to record different slices here. So oh, that's strange. Why is it? Oh yeah, that's super confusing. If you set a different octave in the piano, then you might be confused that it's actually affecting the pads. It kind of makes sense, I think. Yeah, just need to go back to the piano and here set the value octave to 0. I'm still confused that it's playing a different pitch actually. Oh man, what's going on? Oh, that sucks. It's never been like this. Oh, no, the pitch wasn't different. It was just playing a slice that had like a different phrase. Okay, you see, sorry, I was confused. Yeah, so... oh yeah, by the way, so by default the pad will play, as long for the length of that as we discussed, or as I said, like this length setting. But in the second page you can set the play mode to gated, and then it's kind of like a piano, or it'll keep sounding or stop the note when you lift the finger. So, and then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set the quantizing to 4 maybe, because then we get this kind of rhythm. Or we could set it to 2 and it would be... Oh, that's actually kind of nice. But yeah, let's listen to it in the context. I think I'm gonna no. This sounds like shit. I'm gonna mute this other thing, this other tonality we had there, because it's confusing me. Okay, so I'm just gonna be a bit random now. Or, well, let's rehearse a little bit. I don't know, I'm just gonna go with it. Okay, this is super random. If we want to, we can edit it here, but since we have the quantization on, everything's kind of laying on the beat, like, when I set it to 1, then it's, yeah, sometimes you want the quantization, sometimes you don't. And right, I can activate the ducking, so I'm not sure, I mentioned it in another video, it's kind of hard-coded, it's not final. It's hard-coded so that tracks 1 and 2, which are now the kick and snare, are triggering the ducking envelope. and it affects all buses except the third one. So if I enable it, we get the ducking, but we don't hear the drums anymore unless we assign them to bus 3 or like 4. Sorry, I need to change this. Oh, looks like there's a reverb. Oh yeah, from earlier. If I go up here, there's actually a little mixer section here. I can crossfade between the two decks. And there's the volumes for each bus. So. Yeah, it's a bit quiet now. I can make the ducking a little less harsh. It's kind of subtle. Yeah, I feel like it's too quiet. I'm confused. Why is bus... Oh. Oh right, bus 1 is with a delay, so I'm gonna put this on bus 2 because I want to distort it. Not really for the sake of distortion, but just to make it louder. Oops. Okay, so this thing, the pitch absolutely doesn't match. So, okay, let's delete that. I don't like it. At this point, I'm gonna quickly save. You won't see the name. I'm gonna call it week 3. W3D1, and it's saved. So I guess let's search for a bass. So I'm gonna solo this guy. I don't have so many tonal samples. It's something I wanna find more tonal samples on my computer. I have a lot, but not... I don't know, I'm just gonna take this one. It's unfortunately a bit short. I'm not hearing it. Why is that? Oh, because I didn't have that play mode activated. So I'm just gonna mute everything except these two. Oh, it seems that the pitch is matching. But I like to, for some reason, for me when I play the piano, I always feel like D, I want to have D as the root note, not C. So I'm gonna repitch it. It's just a personal thing, and now I can play. Yeah, so let's just put some kind of... Well, so I'm gonna unmute the drums. So to unmute everything, there's actually a little button here. Clear mutes. Let's put on the quantization to 2 again. Like with 2, you're not risking, or I'm not risking to mess up too badly. Okay, and little thing. It's the idea is when you hold A and move up and down with the C stick, you can shift the selected node. But for some reason, it doesn't always work right away. You have to press X to go like selection mode, and then B again, and then it works. And I'm gonna adjust the timing a little bit here. Yeah, I just recorded another note. It felt like there's a gap here that needs to be filled. So yeah, now it's something. Is there a snare missing? Oh shit, what happened? Okay, now I feel like this phrase here maybe needs to not play sustained all the time, but for the sake of rhythm, it should. I want to make some notes shorter, I think. So. Oh, by the way, and when you're in the white display mode, you cannot, well, never mind. So, I want to have this one shorter. I guess basically before every note starts, I want to have a little pause, kind of. I'm just deciding that now. Oh, and there's like this typical thing, like you want to make sure that the last note has a length set, because otherwise it might bleed into the next pattern. It's just something I want to avoid. And maybe here, I think I'm gonna do that tremolo thing that I was showing earlier. And by the way, when you enter a value and press B, like it's always remembers that last value. I think it's the same in LSDJ. So, but 64 is actually louder than the default. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure why that is, why I made it that way, circumstances. But yeah, I'm just gonna put the term tremolo thing here. Maybe I'm gonna do the same at the end. On solo. Let's save that. So I'm doing the increment thing, so I want to quickly show you. If I go to the tracks folder in backups, well, you see I already have like loads of them. So you see it always saves, it adds a number at the end. So, you basically every time you save, you're not overriding and you're not losing that version. And, you can delete the files if you want later or not. I have a 32 gigabyte SD card and yeah, so there's plenty of space. Okay, so wow, now it's 9:30 and we have like this 64 bar thing. Okay, so now I'm going to do something. What? I don't know. I mean, normally I kind of keep adding more stuff so that I can then, you know, duplicate the row and make different combinations, or like, you know, mute and unmute certain. Maybe. Some percussion. If I set again quantization, so you see the quantization is per instrument or per track. Maybe if I tune this bass, or like bassy sounding thing. No, I don't think it fits very well. Okay. If I'm running out of sounds, and like now I feel like the effect sounds are kind of exhausted, so I can actually go here, let's say, and say clear unused, load 10 more, or I could even load 20. Why not? The memory limit is here. Sorry, the mouse cursor is not exactly always where I want it to be. I should use this thing. So what I was going to say is here's where the memory is. Memory usage. Yeah, now I've got 20 more sounds. It's a bit quiet. Okay.
Velocity 2257.
Let's use that. Oh, you know what's actually sometimes that's probably a good occasion for the sample lock thing. So yeah, I can see if that's, if I can find some kind of cool sequence or phrase here. No, it's all shit. I kind of like this sound, but I probably only want to have the tip. Anyway, I think we're kind of running out of tracks. Basically only these two here at the bottom are available. I guess, for example, yeah, let's just change them as SFX and find that sound that I liked. It was this one, because I was gonna say let's take only that. Okay, I'm gonna save that. You see, I get confused myself sometimes with the D-pattern navigation. Yeah, so down is for that file menu. Okay, Now it feels like our main sample is too quiet. Just want to hear different ducking settings, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference. But I feel like if ducking everything all the time is kind of sometimes very boring. It really depends. Sometimes it's really cool, but yeah, I often go sort of like 25% or something like that. Anyway, so where do I want to go from here? I think now I would probably, first of all, don't show the length but the phrase number and then duplicate it. Trigger, like press B and A to launch the second row that's duplicated. And I select it again to make it unique. And now I want to make like a short sort of a... So I'm gonna halve the length. So now it's 32 again, and make some kind of crass variation. Or maybe... what's sometimes cool is to select horizontally everything and then just duplicate stuff. Maybe even like only 6 steps to get sort of this syncopated or offbeat thing, and then maybe make a pause at the... So by the way, if you want to select... Well, if you want to do this... sorry, I'm gonna press X, hold it, and press down. No, sorry. X, press B to sort of exit, and then press X twice and hold it the second time, and then go down on the C stick, and then that selects basically everything at the bottom. And I'm gonna make a pause here and insert something new. It could be... This pad doesn't have anything yet, so we can put in some sample here. I think maybe... Oh, whatever, that one. Oh yeah, by the way, I mean, I warned you, this is like not very... I'm gonna show you something that's way too hidden. But yeah, if you're in the tracker view and press select and right, then you can see the pads and sort of insert nodes with the piano, or like when record is enabled and I press, then it will insert the node. And of course, when follow mode is activated, you know, I can turn it on with A. If I play, then it will like record to wherever the cursor is at that time. Okay, and then, like I said earlier, I probably want to... Well, I'm gonna quickly save again. And then insert a row above just to make some room. I'm gonna repeat it a few times. And there's a little bug. Did you notice that the length changed from 64 to 33? That's a bug actually, or something I didn't intend. So copy that back. Sorry, I'm thinking. Well, this is gonna be like this one here. That's gonna be the 96 thing, like as I mentioned earlier, the 4 bars. Oh, sorry, if I press select, then we will get it will play the whole island. So we have that, and now I would want to basically make, I think that's gonna be our main thing. It's, just a couple of sounds, but now I'm just gonna like duplicate the rows and make sort of a gradual, like, muting different sections to make some kind of progression or intro, like, swelling of, like, start with a low intensity, become more intense, and then, it's only supposed to be 1 minute. Oh yeah, by the way, normally I use my phone to sort of use a timer to see that I land roughly 1 minute for the whole composition, so I don't have to, I'm not doing too much or, wasting time. So yeah, let's just, yeah, I mean, I guess it's going to be very similar to my previous entry, where I think we're just going to start with the main sample, and then, the beat comes in, and then the bass, and then there's going to be like some variation, like maybe then something changes, and then there's going to be like a quiet section, and then beat comes back in and goes out again, and then the minute is passed. So, okay, so I mean, normally I would probably make a few more variations, but I suck. So sorry, I wanted to make them longer. But actually, no, I shouldn't. Something really important, I'm gonna turn the music off. There's a like really terrible bug where if I would create a pattern that looks like this, where there's like, you see that there's gaps, cells that don't have any number in them, and they just show these dashes. If I would play this row, in my experience, like, there would sometimes be a crash. So I recommend, like, anything, you should never do that. You should always mute stuff by just inserting a pattern that is empty, but it's a number. So I always put 127. So that's what I'm going to do with the drums. And by the way, yeah, there's like this thing, I noticed there's the big difference between a tracker and a Groovebox is that on a Groovebox, usually one track only has one instrument. It's always just gonna be that snare, and so you have one for the snare, kick, hi-hat separately. But on a tracker, it's very likely that you would just play all these instruments on one track, as long as you don't need them to overlap. Which for like a kick and snare, for example, you probably never want to overlap them, so you would probably want to put them on one track. But because I'm not doing that, I'm exhausting my amount of tracks very quickly. And in the future, yeah, I could, I could have done it differently, but it is currently what it is. But I'm thinking of functions to maybe have like some automatically shrink, or like have the the code do it for you to sort of combine notes from different tracks into one, so that you get more free tracks. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna mute the bass. I'm not really hearing the hi-hat. Maybe I made it too quiet. I'm gonna mute that guy. Yeah, this percussion stuff has to go. Because I think I'm gonna insert, or like, You see, I can shift everything down because I want to make the same row, but I want the hi-hats to only come in on the second bar. So I can insert a row, duplicate this line, and then mute the hi-hats on the first one. So if I play it now, we have no hi-hats. Oh, sorry. And then we have the hi-hats. So I think I'm gonna make some room again. By the way, this is what I'm doing here is actually dangerous. There's another crash warning that whenever you change, I mean, I think changing phrase values is not dangerous, but deleting rows or like inserting or deleting rows near where the cursor is sometimes leads to crashes. Yeah. So I'm thinking that I want to make the intro longer, although it could be really boring. So let me see how does it feel when we go from nothing. Oh, don't crash, don't crash. So how does it feel lengthwise? If we get... Oh, that was like super short, right? Okay, I think I'm gonna make them both, double them both in length. And then on the second one, I'm gonna make a pause. So I will actually make them unique. Yeah, and then just go all in and delete everything. I don't know, like... Interesting, I don't know how that happened. Like you see now, some tracks are 32 steps and some are 64. So... I think 3 is the highest, right? Here's something I didn't show before. If you select something, yeah, I mean, I think I did show it, like holding A and moving the C stick allows you to shift the selected notes. It's a bit boring. Oh, where do we... I'm gonna do something with this. What am I doing? Sorry, I think this tutorial is absolute garbage, but I have to start somewhere. Make it 64, and I think here I'm gonna repeat that concept of having like this 32 break. Oh man, I suck so badly. It's actually not what I wanted to. I'm gonna reuse this even. It's like gonna be really lazy. Put that in here again and make that 69 or 96 and 33. So yeah, my idea was yeah. So these three sounds, I was thinking, you know, like maybe I will remove them after the like have one bar with and one without. I don't know if that's like a genius move, but yeah. Yeah, I think I will remove them from the second section. This row unique. Well, actually I didn't need to make it unique, but select that track and mute it, mute it, mute it. Okay, does this all make sense? Okay, so now I just want to play the sections. I'm leaving them as the islands and just trigger them. So the triggering always happens on the next bar. You can't change. You can't have it like trigger on every second or so currently. Anyway, so this would be what we had. I always forget to enable the continue mode. So sorry, let's do it again. I often just put like some empty pattern here at the end, just so that I can sort of go to silence and start the track from the beginning again. Oh my. Shit. Something happened. Okay, I think we're good. Ah, sorry. One more time. Wasn't there supposed to be a quiet? Oh. Ah, yeah, it's 2 bars or 64 steps, so what do I do? Okay, I'm gonna... I have a feeling it might crash soon, so I'm gonna save it. And now let's play the first row, and now I'm gonna remove the gaps just so that I can hear the full thing. And from experience I know that like 2 rows are roughly 10 seconds, so this is gonna be 25 seconds. Alright, so let's listen to those 25 seconds. Here we go. That sucks. Because our main thing was way too short. I'm not happy. I mean, it's kind of alright until here, but that second fill-in or break, that sucks. We need to make a new one. Okay. I can't get away with so little. Sorry, I'm drawing a bit of a blank, so what should I do? Well, I think we're just gonna skip that break that we had there. Well, I need to make some kind of new break. So I'm just gonna start something new here. Maybe call it number 5. And just maybe get a random drum loop. Yes. But here now, at this point I need to be really careful and create a new instrument, otherwise I would probably destroy some part of my previous pattern. So that's kind of dangerous. Just gonna go to my drum loops and pick something. It's a bit quiet, I'm gonna make it louder. Yeah, I mean that's the cheapest or simplest, easiest way to make a fill-in is to just play like one bar of a drum loop. Or maybe I would probably want to stop it here. And maybe let's find like some sound to put there. Gonna make a new instrument. Doesn't really matter what category, because if I manually load something, it's gonna just be put on that instrument. But what do I want? I don't know, let's just take that. It's coincidence that there's this delay on it, but maybe that's good. But I'm gonna make it really a short note. A little longer. And maybe pick a different slice. Okay. But this guy is way too quiet. Shit. Well, let's hear it in context. That's alright. So, same thing as before. Make that guy 96. Sorry, it's all a bit messy. So here I'm gonna mute these 3 guys. This is not a tutorial on song structure. Yeah, maybe that's alright. remove that gap and just shift that stuff away. So there's probably 40 seconds. I'm gonna quickly save and let's listen to the whole thing. Oh. I mean, it's not terrible. No! It crashed. There we go. So, how long is the recording? 1 hour already. Holy shit. I don't know if I can upload this unedited. I guess I have to. Well, it's kind of, it's not a live stream, but it's sort of a stream, so I think it's okay. Crash not good. Okay, I need to reopen the streamer app thing. And find the file. Here we go. Of course, now the effect settings are reset. So I think it was I wanted to have the delay on bus number 3, right? Or, oh no, number 1. 1 meaning 2, sorry. Very confusing. And I want to disable the reverb on the first. Ah yeah, I think this threw me off because this is supposed to play only once, so it should be 32 steps. So then, you know, just to stick to the rules, then the other one has to be 696, so we always have like an even. I mean, it could be considered boring to have these equally sized chunks, but you know, I'm gonna stick to it. So okay, so the last section is like this. It's like without the harmonic or like the chordy sample thing. And then I think it crashed when it crashed when I wanted to put just the. It's probably gonna crash again. I know it. Maybe let's put the cursor to playhead here and insert a. Why doesn't it work? What the heck? This never happened before. If I put it here, I can't insert values anymore? What is happening? Oh, I'm so stupid. I was in the length mode. Okay, here we go. So probably just repeat it a few times. Or no. No, I think I'm going to end it here. All right. This is my Monday beat. I mean, not that I'm terrifically amazing or anything, but yeah. I mean, not that it has to be perfect or anything, that's what I wanted to say. I think the vocal is a bit annoying after a while, so maybe I should remove. Like, it shouldn't be playing that often, so it's this guy here. I'm just gonna like let it play, and maybe I think I'm gonna take out that one that we just heard. That one too. I guess every second. No, here I'm gonna switch it up. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a day. So yeah, now I will simply record it into the camera for the Instagram clip. Well, sorry to bore you, but I'm just gonna let it play one more time with a stopwatch just to check that it's less than a minute. I guess I could just fade it out anyway, but I kind of like it when it sort of stops and you hear like this tail at the end. So what's going on? Why wasn't that? Oh, holy shit, I made a mistake. Oh no. I muted the wrong. I'm such an idiot. So this is the vocal, okay. Sorry. I don't want to have it here. Or maybe? That was annoying. Yeah, so every other second one will have to go. And here, that one as well. And that one. And I think now I'm done. So now save that. And just go for the stopwatch. What's... I lost that pizzicato thing, or that one. Anyway. Man, this is really boring, isn't it? I don't know. But yeah, it was under a minute. Okay, this one will need to be longer. Okay. So yeah, sorry if it's really long and maybe not as much fun as I hoped. Alright, so yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.